Hello! The thumbnail is telling the truth today. Is 2 years for me on YouTube with my channel. So, yay for that! I'm excited about it. I wish I could show off Milo, my bunny who was the whole reason that I started my channel. But he passed away in August, so it's very sad for me. It's a reminder of that, I don't have him now. But I still do have Hera, who I got 2 weeks after I got him, so it's still alright. And since then, I've acquired many, many other pets. Because originally, it was just my 2 dogs, my 2 cats, and actually I had three cats originally. My 2 dogs, my 3 cats. No, that's not true. 2 cats, because shortly before I got Milo, my one of my cats had passed away, so I had 3 cats. So I started my channel. I had 2 dogs, 2 cats, and 2 bunnies. Now I've got a lot more. But yeah, so I figured I needed to come on here for a little bit just to be like, yay, celebrate 2 years, guys. It's taking me a long time to get to that 1K, because the numbers will go up and then they'll drop back down, but, that's life. I can be really, really, really hardcore on the internet, trying to build my numbers up, but I can't spend my life on here. So, if it's got to take more than 2 years for that to happen, then it's going to have to take 2 more years for that, or 2 more years. More than 2 years for that to happen. It's just the way it is. I'm just happy being here, making videos, making friends. Yeah. So, if it's got to take that long to hit 1K, then so be it. Hey, Robert, how are you doing? eating a granola bar while I'm here. I spent some time with Remy. He's still next to me, actually. I caught a picture of both him and my dog Bella staring at me, waiting for treats. It was the funniest thing. Raw be privileged. Hello. Thank you, thank you. I wish that I could celebrate 1K as well, but it's not happening yet. I'm doing all right, Robert. Do you hear the cricket in the background? I don't know if you do. It's my frog's food chirping away. I know, I'm so close, and then I get to a certain point, and then numbers start to drop. I've had my 4,000 watch hours for a few months. I just can't keep the people and get that number up anymore. But hey, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. I'm in no rush. I mean, it's already been 2 years. But you know what? It's alright. But, yeah. I don't even care if I get monetized. All I care about is that I want to hit that 1K just so that I can have a community tab, so that I can, mobile stream. That's what I would like to have happen. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. I do. Can you hear that cricket? I don't know if you can, but he's back there chirping. Yep. I agree. Everybody out and about on a Saturday? Not very many people. We have stay-at-home orders, so that's what I've been doing. I've only been in public once since our stay-at-home order, which was March 23rd was when it started. And I've only been in a public place once. The rest of the time I've either walked the dog outside or been in the house. Oh, cool, Eric. Nice. Bella, don't do that. She's getting into trouble. March 12th was for you? We've all been kind of around the same time, haven't we? Hey, Ram. You want to say hello? Say hello. No. He's happier when he's sitting next to me. He doesn't feel the need to squawk. But I snapped a picture of, well, first off, the dog and the bird were face to face, like they were nose to nose, and she was wagging her tail and he wasn't biting her face. It looked really, really cute. And then I went and I got her some treats and I got him some treats, and the two of them were sitting there right next to each other, staring at me, waiting for treats. It was the funniest thing. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. This is not for you. Remy's looking at me like, is that something I can have? Ooh. Nope. This is a mama treat. It's a mama treat. Let's see if I can get that picture of them up on the screen. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can get that picture up. So basically, I gotta send it to myself first to get it off my phone. So give me a second. I love that picture. It's just so cute. They're both staring up at me, waiting for a treat, very expectantly. Let's see, I just gotta get Facebook to respond. I really need a new laptop. One that works every which way, because this one, the webcam doesn't work. It likes to take its time loading things. Just that kind of deal. Alright. Hey, David. How you doing? I'm just getting ready to pull up a picture here I can put on the screen of my dog and my bird both staring at me waiting for treats. I just thought it was really cute that I caught that today. I was giving the dog treats, I was giving the bird treats, and then they were both standing there expectantly waiting for treats. It was funny. Here they are. Here they are. My funny babies. Waiting for treats. I was sitting in the chair and they're both staring at me, waiting for some yummy goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm doing good. Doing good. Nope, not a new bird. He's the one I got right after Christmas. That's Remy, my Quaker. I've had him for a little bit now. Hello, average girl, right? And I can't go out to celebrate any of them. Just been hanging out at the house with all my fur babies. I said at the beginning of the stream, I was like, I wish I could show you guys Milo, who was the whole reason I even started my channel, but poor Milo, he passed away in August, so I can't show him. But I still have Hera, and I got Hera 2 weeks after I got him, so. There you go. I'm just eating a granola bar, guys. It's my lunch. My granola bar lunch. Dipped in chocolate. It's a chewy dipped chocolate chip granola bar. Yum, yum, yum. So I hope everybody is doing well. We have somebody coming. Hey, Mike. We have somebody coming to the house today, I think at 5, to take away a huge branch from, or a few huge branches from our tree that fell yesterday. One of them is like a tree on its own. It's the biggest branch. And it kind of fell into the street, across the sidewalk and into the street. Luckily not on our house. But we can't leave it there, and we can't move it because it's still attached to the tree. So we have someone coming out to, obviously we're going to pay for it, to remove that for us. And then they're also going to give us an estimate on how much it would be to take down the whole tree. Because now that part of that those branches have fallen off, it's going to weaken the rest of the tree trunk. Because it's already partially dead. And now we've got those branches have fallen off. And the last thing we need is for the rest of that tree to come down onto the house. So it's kind of forcing us to have to take it down. I've wanted to take it down along with our other tree that's in the front. But we were waiting to be able to afford to do it. But now this is kind of forcing us to at least take care of one of the trees because this happened, but kind of bad timing for it to happen. All right, no problem. Mike's doing dishes and laundry, and then average girl's cleaning the house. Hi, Remy. I'm not giving you any more treats. I don't know why you're staring at me like I'm gonna. I'm not gonna. We had a lot of treats already. Lots of almonds. He loves almonds. Obviously unsalted. Just plain almonds. He loves them. He's had a few pieces. Several pieces. Not whole almonds, just pieces of almonds. I don't know how many almonds he would have had total, as in whole almonds, but it came in a bird mix, so bird treat mix, so they were just pieces of almonds. Yes, and you like those, huh? Yes, and then there's little pieces of dried carrot, little pieces of dried peas, and some other little seeds and stuff in there. Healthy treat. But he really likes it, but his favorite in that mix of treats is the almonds. And then he really likes sunflower seeds as well. Obviously unsalted and stuff, but sunflower seeds, he really likes cracking open those shells and eating the seeds. The problem with those is that he makes a mess with that. Because as soon as he cracks it open, he'll just let the shells drop. Excuse me. Yep, yep, yep. Of course, the finch is chirp, chirp, chirping in the background. Remy was quite talkative this morning, but now he's just enjoying, like, nibbling on my hand. It doesn't hurt, it actually tickles. Just little light nibbles, and he's using his tongue, too. Yeah. Is that a good boy? Brinley's outside because she can't be in here loose when Remy is out, or I'll have a dead Remy. I don't think that she would necessarily mean to kill him, but she gets stupid when she's not thinking, so. Hey, Kathleen. Alrighty. Do you want to go back into your cage? Huh? Brinley probably wants to come into the house. No, he's happy being here. He's happy just sitting there, nibbling on my hand and just chilling. Just a chilling. My husband had to work today. He doesn't normally work on the weekend, but he did have to work today. Not all day. He's probably going to be off here in the next half hour or whatever, but then he said he was going to go to the grocery store and get some of the essentials that we were running out of. And he'll be going to Walmart, so I told him to grab me up one of those bins, like what my hamster Harry is in. I need another one for the baby that I got for my birthday. So right now she's in a tiny cage, but since she's a baby, she's still tiny, so it's all good. There's a wheel in there and room for her to move around and whatever. She can climb and stuff like that too, which she was doing, and she was running on that wheel. That wheel is almost too small for her, but for now it works because she is a baby. But while he's there, I told him to pick me up one of those large bins like what Harry's in so that I could move her into that. So he's going to be doing that before he gets home. And I should have, the other day when we went to the pet store to get pet essentials, I should have picked up a wheel for her. Because she's going to need one appropriate sized. I do have a saucer that she can use while she's small, so that'll be fine until I can get her a wheel. But once she gets to be full grown, that saucer will be too small. It'll be pretty awkward to run on, but since she's tiny right now, it'll work. So, yep, super cool. And then I can't wait to introduce her. It'll be easier to video her. I mean, I could video her by putting her in a little playpen, little small animal playpen. I can video her that way. Or I could just wait until she's in her home, her permanent home, her bin. So I might just do that because it gives her a chance to not be handled too much. I mean, at this point I can handle her. I can pick her up and not be bitten. Because she is so young. She's only like 4 weeks old, so she hasn't gotten completely petrified of hands yet. I mean, she'll still react a little bit, but I can pick her up without being bitten, because she hasn't learned that. I mean, I'm probably still scary looking because I'm huge compared to her, but she doesn't feel so threatened that she feels the need to bite. So she's really super cute. And I named her Pip, or Pippi. Pip, Pippi, whatever, either one. But yeah, she's really cute, so I can't wait to be able to record her for you guys so that you guys can meet her. In the future, if I feel like it, I could breed her with Harry and get some more hairless hamsters out of that. Harry would have the dominant genetic genes for being hairless, so Pip would have hairless babies. And hairless babies are harder to find. Hairless hamsters are harder to find, and they're more expensive, so it would be actually pretty cool to breed some hairless babies and be able to sell them, even if it's to a pet store. Like, here you go, make some money and make myself some money. Obviously not what the pet stores would sell them for, but at least something. Because hairless hamsters are not as easy to come by. In fact, when we got Harry at the store where I worked, they would not give me my employee discount. We wouldn't get a discount on him because they're not as common to find and they were more expensive for corporate to buy. So I had to pay full price for him. So I think if I was able to provide some hairless hamsters, it would be helpful for them and it would be helpful for me. But gotta wait a little bit because Pip is still a little baby. She's far too young. But anyway, what do I got going on in the background here? Let's see. Got some things going on in the background. that I don't want. So let's see. Go. Yeah, I got things going on back there that I don't need. There we go. That's so much better. Ah, I'm silly. Silly goose. So everybody's busy lurking doing things. Kathleen's lurking. Average Girl's lurking cleaning her house. Mike's lurking doing dishes and laundry. Everybody's lurking. Lurking. Everybody's working. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here for a little bit because my alarm went off on my phone and I was like, why did I set an alarm for today? What did I want to remember? I couldn't even think about it. I couldn't remember why I set a reminder for something. And I'm like, why is my phone going off? What did I couldn't think of it. And then I realized I went and looked and I at least labeled the alarm. And it said 2 years on YouTube. I was like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, it's raining there. Ew. It's nice and sunny here today, but it's still chilly. What's the temperature? We got snow yesterday, which is partially why I think parts of our tree came down. That now we got to spend money on. Thank you, Mr. Tree. Because times aren't hard enough without having to spend money on a fallen tree. Hey, Doughboy. I needed the rain. Yeah, you definitely need the rain for that. Why does this not want to load? Good grief. Let's try it again. Well, it's warmer today than it was yesterday. It's 47. But then with the wind chill, feels like 42, which is better than it was the last couple days. Definitely better than the last couple days. The high is supposed to be 54 today. Plenty of sunshine. It'll melt the little bit of snow that we had. But I'm excited. My tomato plants are doing well. Every morning I turn them in the window. And then I ordered on Amazon some sensitivity plant seeds. Those are supposed to be here next week. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to take Mrs. Green Thumb's advice and soak some of them because I did read the instructions on the listing and it talked about soaking them as well. So I'm going to soak some of them and then just plant very, very shallowly the other seeds and see which ones grow better. I also ordered aloe vera plant seeds and a Venus flytrap seeds. But those aren't supposed to be getting here until in June, sadly. So, actually, I should tell my husband since he's going to Walmart, because I said I don't have to grow everything from a seed. So since he's going to Walmart and getting me a bin for the hamster and getting other essentials, I was just thinking I should tell him to go over to the garden area and take some pictures of actually already grown plants and see if there's anything that I want. If there's a spider plant, get it. I want it. Because I can't find anywhere. I can't find spider plant seeds. I was like, it would be cool to start them from a seed, but I can't find seeds anywhere for a spider plant. So, yeah, on Amazon I found seeds for the Venus flytrap. Yep. How much did I spend? Let me see. They weren't that bad. And it's going to take a while for them to come because they're coming from China. I don't think my sensitivity seeds are coming from China, but I think my aloe vera and my Venus flytrap are, which is why it's going to take so long for them to come. Yeah, my sensitivity plant seeds are supposed to arrive April 28th, and then the Venus flytrap and aloe vera seeds are supposed to arrive, well, the aloe vera says June 5th to 26th, so somewhere in that window, and then the Venus flytrap is June 26th. Let's see, the listing, 100 seeds, for the garden Venus flytrap insectivorous plant. So there's 100 seeds. I paid $2.48 for them in free shipping, which is probably why it's taking so long for them to come. They're coming from China. Other listings I saw, they were a little bit more expensive, but I probably would have got them sooner. But I didn't want to spend too much money, so I'm like, well, I guess I'll just wait for them. But, yep. And then my aloe vera. It didn't say that you had to. Let me see. Let me go back to it. Got the description. Description. Gardening seeds, come closer and I'll never catch you. Venus flytrap, a perennial herb native to America. It is very interesting insectivorous plant. Its stem is very short. Blah, 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 blah. We don't want to read that. We want to read... Ew, they have a picture of one of them catching a housefly. Blah. All right, description. Okay. It still talks about its stem is very short in the top of the leaf. In the top of the leaf has a long insect trap resemblance to shell, and it can secrete honey. When a bug goes inside it, the English is not bad, so this will tell you it is coming from China. When a bug go inside it, can be caught in a moment. It's also known as hells of flies in Chinese and Japanese. This potted plant can be placed in the sun near the windowsill or balcony. The unique charm of trapping flies and cool appearance making it the most popular insectivorous plant. Planting methods. This is what we want. Warm, moist soil. Prepare a flower pot. Fill with soil in flower pot. Put the flower pot in a glass tank. Okay, so yeah, kind of like a terrarium then. A glass tank containing water to make the soil absorb water until surface is wet. Then spray the surface of soil with spray bottle. So basically, I guess you're going to get a small tank or a small something, container even, with water in it so that the Venus flytrap can take the water from the bottom. And then just spray the surface with a spray bottle. Sow the seeds over the surface and cover them lightly with soil. Spray the surface of soil with spray bottle carefully to avoid seed washing out. Put the flower pot along with glass tank in a sunny windowsill. Fill water in the glass tank, and then it should take about 10 to 15 days for it to start to sprout. So, yeah. So, I guess I'll have to come up with another tank. I've got so many tanks in here already. Wonder if I could just move my betta fish. I have a male betta in a 2-gallon tank. And I could put him into something else and use his little tank to start off my Venus flytrap, I suppose. Let's see. My aloe vera, I paid $3.39 for, and free shipping for 100 seeds. Let's see. And then, of course, good healing properties. And you can make hand sanitizer with it, with the gel. So that's always helpful too. Let's see. And then the sensitivity plant, I paid $6. $6 for the sensitivity plant, and that's going to be, it says 100 plus seeds, but probably 100 seeds. The package says 100 seeds, but that I had to pay shipping on, plus they were $6.99, or I mean $5.99. So yeah. It says in the sensitive seeds is also known as mimosa pudica, moving plant, shy plant, shameful plant, touch me not. Each seed, let's see. Let's go down to the description. They get pretty blooms on them too, from what the picture is showing me. All sensitive seeds are sourced from professional growers and boast a high germination rate. The seeds are intended for use in your indoor or outdoor garden and can easily be started with no past knowledge of growing plants. Just follow the easy step-by-step instructions on the seed packets for optimal results. The high quality about the lotus seeds. Warm notice. The package only contains the seeds, not included the pot. Well, yeah. All the seeds contained within this assortment are fresh and are intended for the current and following growing seasons. Each seed collection is sealed within craft package that can protect the seed and environment. Each seed packet measures, okay, I don't need to know about that. Growing Mimosa pudica from flower seed is not difficult, it says. It is recommended to soak the seeds for 24 hours in water, so I'll do that. But I'll probably do it both ways. I'll soak some seeds for 24 hours and I'll plant some other ones that I don't soak and see what the difference is. I think I'll try that just to see what the difference is. Press the Mimosa pudica seeds into the soil and lightly cover with 1/8 of an inch of soil. Keep the flower seed moist until germination. Wonder if I can start them in a paper towel too, you think? Covering the pot with clear plastic can help to hold in the moisture, but remove the plastic as soon as there is a sprout. So yeah, that'll be fun to try. That will be fun to try. And then yeah, I searched everywhere for spider plant seeds. They definitely had the plants on Amazon, but then you're paying more money because you're paying for an established plant, and that has to be shipped to you, and I don't want that. I just wanted to order the seeds. But if I have to get an established plant, I'd rather do that locally, that I could just go and pick it up and bring it home. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get started growing some plants again. I had bad luck in the past, but I think my newly renewed excitement about it will help me keep on top of it. It was hard for me outdoors in an outdoor garden because I can't stand weeding. I do not like weeding whatsoever, and I do get a lot of weeds. Plus, we have bad ground anyway, and then I have allergies, so pulling weeds was hard on my allergies too. So I kind of, if things will grow out there on their own without a lot of help, like I have a hosta out there, that grows okay, by all means, keep on growing hosta. But I don't really have anything else out there at this time. If I put anything out there, I'm going to want to do it in large pots that aren't going to have weeds sprouting from the ground. And then, of course, try inside. And inside, I didn't do plants for a while because the cats in the past would eat the plants or knock them down. But they seem to be, for the most part, leaving the tomatoes alone. So this is why I'm kind of hoping to try. I want to try these other plants and see how it goes. Ooh. Everybody's back to cleaning and stuff. Oh, I gotta take a picture, you guys. Remy is sleeping. He's still out next to me, but he's sleeping. So give me a second to try and take a picture without waking him up. Oh. Oh. Here, I'll send it to myself so that I can show you guys. This time you're writing an email. Poor Remy, he's tired. He's had a busy morning out, spending time with me. Okay, let me pull it up on my computer so that I can add it. Remy's sleeping, how cute. Okay. Pull it up on, I'm gonna basically send it to myself. I sent it to myself on my phone in Facebook Messenger. Then I'm gonna open Facebook on my computer, open up my Messenger, and save the photo to my computer so that I can then pull it up. Alright. Do you hear the cricket? Oh, it's easier to hear the cricket when there's no barking. Do you hear the cricket? Bella, hush up! There he is, he's sleeping. How cute. That's currently him. Whoops. It's currently my Remy sleeping. My cute little babe. Ah. I tired him out. And the other one is Remy and Bella looking at me expectantly, waiting for treats. Because I was giving them treats earlier. So they're both, I was sitting in the chair and they're both looking up at me like, can I have more? Oh. Bella was having regular Bella treats, and Remy was eating little pieces of almonds. He loves almonds. Not poor sleepy Remy. Oh, good morning. You woke up. Oh, he just had an itch. Now he's tucking his head again. Can I put you back in your cage to sleep so Brinley can come in the house? What do you think of that? He's like, I'm good where I am. Oh, you don't have the normal fly trap. This one is it. Oh. Yeah, though I'll show you a picture of the ones that I ordered. Excuse me. Let me pull up Amazon. Whoops, can't spell. Alright, the ones that I ordered. Hello, I think this is pretty much that. Let's see. Okay, saving picture. Let's see if there's a different picture I can also. Yeah, that picture. Eating a fly. Okay. So, I guess I should see, because that text was from my husband, so I guess I should see what he wants. Oh, can you take a picture of the bin you want so that I know the size? I forgot to look before I left. Give me a second, guys. I gotta take a picture of Harry's bin. Okay. And now let's Venus flytrap. Okay. There's that picture. So that's what I ordered. A picture of what they're sending me. Or it might not look exactly like that, but that's a picture that they're providing. And then here is the other picture. Eating a fly. So, yeah. That's what I ordered. Yep, that's it right there. All right. I've got songs from Mrs. Green Thumb's streams in my head. Do, 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 do. Are you upset with my singing there, Mr. Finch? I never claimed to be a good singer. So there. says there's 4 people watching and nobody's talking because everybody's working. Everybody's doing something. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm going to put a song on because my husband wants me to measure. I said, do you want me to measure the length and width of the bin? And he said, sure. So I'm going to play some music while I do that. Let's see, what do I want to play? Let's see. I'll go with this one. Sure. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. Hey Bruce. Hey average girl. I don't have my fly trap in a tank. The instructions said to keep them in a net pot in a shallow dish with undyed sphagnum moss. Do you mean as a seed? Because I'm getting seeds. I'm not getting established plant. They're talking about doing that in a tank for the humidity for germinating the seeds. After that, I imagine they can come out of the tank. And sorry guys, I was playing music because I was measuring my hairless hamster's tank, or my hairless hamster's bin, because my husband is gonna stop at Walmart and get us some essentials that we were running out of, but also pick me up another bin since I have to provide another hamster home since I got a hamster baby the other day. So I want her to have the same size. She's also a Syrian. She's not hairless, but she's also a Syrian, so she's going to need a big space. Right now she's in a teeny tiny space, but it's because she's teeny tiny and I didn't have a bin already. But he's picking me up that, but I gave him some measurements. Took a picture of it and then gave him some measurements so he can pick me up the appropriate bin. That's what I was doing. But yeah, I ordered Venus flytrap seeds on Amazon, so I have to germinate them, and they're saying the best way to germinate them would be to put them in the tank. Yep, I got a hamster baby for my birthday. So she is a not hairless Syrian hamster. She's white and cream color. She's super, super cute right now. She's about the size of a dwarf hamster. She's only about 4 weeks old. And, yeah, so she needs a new home. Her name is Pip. So, when I get her all settled into her new home, then I'll introduce her on YouTube. She's young enough at this point that I can pick her up without getting bitten. That's the benefit of getting them as babies, is that they haven't learned to be completely fearful of you yet. I mean, I'm still big and scary to her, and she'll react a little bit, but she won't react by biting. So, yeah, she's really, really cute. We had a hamster baby explosion at work because we had been sent, we were sent too many hamsters. When I was still working, we were sent too many, and they're solitary hamsters, but regardless of that fact, we didn't have enough places to put them all, so we had to double and triple and quadruple them up in tanks out on the sales floor, and that not only resulted in some hamster injuries, and we had to pull some for injuries because they were fighting, it also resulted in pregnancies, and they have a little bit less now, but they ended up having like 46 babies to sell. And I think she told me 46 babies, that they had 46 babies the other day. So now they're down to 45, at least since I bought one. And they're continually pushing, trying to sell these babies, because there's a lot of them, because we ended up with so many pregnancies. So yeah. So she's a very, very cute. And if I decide that I want to have, what are you doing out back there? If I decide that I want to breed hairless hamsters, I have the hamsters to do it, because you breed a hairless male to a haired female, and you get hairless, because the hairless gene is dominant. So I would breed Harry with Pip, and Pip would give birth to some hairless hamsters. If any of the hairless hamster babies are female, they can never, ever, ever be bred. You can only breed hairless males. You cannot breed hairless females. So every hairless hamster out there has a hairless father. in a haired mother. Just so you know. I actually learned that the other day after I was a guest on Mrs. Green Thumb's channel. Otherwise, I would have shared that information during the stream. But I didn't learn that information about the breeding until after the fact. But, yep, cannot breed a hairless female. I mean, you can. She could give birth, but hairless females, believe it or not, do not lactate. So if a hairless female ends up pregnant, she's not going to be able to feed her babies when they're born. And that's not a good situation. So, no breeding of hairless females. Interesting little tidbit. Yeah, if a female is born hairless, she can't be bred. If she's born with hair, she can be. It's interesting, and I guess the hairless gene also affects the mammary glands. They do not produce milk. So yeah, interesting. So if you end up accidentally having a pregnant hairless female, you better find a lactating mother somewhere because she's gonna need it. The babies would need to be fed. It is. It's weird. It is very weird. So, because hairless hamsters are a little harder to come by, and at work I had to pay full price for Harry because it was the first time they'd ever gotten a hairless in, and corporate paid more money for him than they do for the haired hamsters. They didn't provide discount on him, so I had to pay full price for him, which was $30. So I'm thinking, if when Pip is older, if I breed them, I could maybe provide some hairless hamsters to some pet stores. You know, make a little money for me, cheaper than $30, but still something, maybe $10, and then they'd be making an additional $20 per hamster if I provided them hairless hamsters. They would just have to know to tell people, do not let this female get pregnant, and don't put this female in with any males of any sort, hairless or haired, because her babies will die. She can't feed them. Definitely something important to know. Kind of like how you shouldn't breed guinea pigs when they get to be between 10 months old and a year. It can fluctuate a little bit, but usually a year is the cutoff point because their pelvic bone fuses together and then they can't naturally give birth. You know, you got to be very, very careful and vigilant of that. So now in this case, you got to be vigilant about not letting a hairless female get pregnant. Kind of like you have to be vigilant to not get a female guinea pig pregnant that's already a year old. So, yeah. The things you learn. And hairless hamsters do have a shorter lifespan than haired hamsters, which is sad. I mean, you're spending more money on them, but they have a shorter lifespan, nearly by half of what the regular ones are. But they have a higher metabolism. They have to maintain a body temperature because they're hairless. So because of that, they eat more, they drink more. To maintain that. They need high protein, not too high, because too much protein is not good for them either, but they still need a high protein diet to help them maintain, to help them with their metabolism and help maintain their body temperature, which is another reason why I also keep him in a bin because he won't get drafts coming through any cage bars. That, and it cuts down on mess because he can't kick any bedding out. But it allows for him to not catch any drafts, because that would be super dangerous for him. I need to do a video just on hairless hamsters, I guess. Or hamsters, haired hamsters / hairless hamsters, and the whole breeding process and how to take care of a hairless, because it is going to be slightly different than a regular hamster. You can't provide hamster tubes like you would with haired hamsters, because haired hamsters can glide. Their hair helps them glide through small spaces. So you can get those little tubes. I mean, you still got to be careful with a Syrian. Don't get a tube that would be more intended for a dwarf hamster and expect a Syrian to be able to fit through it. They risk getting stuck. But even a little bit bigger of a tube for a Syrian, a haired Syrian can glide right through there, whereas a hairless cannot. They don't have that hair to help them glide. Not only can they get injuries on their skin trying to push themselves or pull themselves through a tube, they can also get stuck because they don't have that extra help with the hair. Also, no sharp edges of things like, no sharp bedding. No aspen bedding is fine for small animals, but I prefer paper bedding anyway, but you don't want to do aspen for a hairless because it's going to have sharper edges than what paper bedding would have, and therefore he risks getting injuries on his skin. So, rodents are strange creatures. And like I've said a few times, when he was at the store, they put a plastic bowl for his food, in his tank, and other hamsters in the past had chewed on the rim of that bowl, so it was very rough and sharp, and he ended up skinning his nose so many times. He always had an injury on his nose. They had also put a small plastic hamster tube in there, which I took out because I was like, he is gonna get stuck in there. I didn't even like the wire wheels. I don't like wire wheels for any hamster or whatever, but even worse for him because they have sharp edges. They also do discourage wire cages, just because they can have protruding areas that he can scratch himself on or stab himself on or whatever. So that's another reason why a bin cage is really helpful. But I have a crock bowl in there for his food, so he can chew on it till kingdom come. It's not it'll break his teeth before it gets rough edges. So he's not had a skin injury since I've had him. Let's just put it that way. He constantly had a skinned nose at work. He has had no injuries since I've had him. No marks on his skin from being scratched. Nothing. And I just put, he's got little blocks that he can chew on. I put a cardboard box in there that he can hide in. He made his bed, actually. I put a granola bar box in there that I had after we emptied it, and I just cut an edge off so it's more like a house. It has an opening, a large opening. You want to have generous openings for them so that they don't have to scrape their skin on anything going in and out. So one whole side of the box is missing. So he can go in, and he's built up the bedding so that he can hide himself and still have a roof. So he's enjoying that. Let's see, that would be my husband. Okay. Wow, we've only got 6 dogs left at work. So all of the dogs, we sold 8 dogs yesterday at work apparently. I haven't been to work, but we're back open to the public, but we sold 8 dogs yesterday. We've only got 6 dogs left. So I guarantee you the next time I do end up going to work, I'm not going to know any of the dogs because all the dogs that I had bonded with while I was working are gonna be sold. My poor babies. But that shows you people aren't going out just to buy essentials. They're going out and buying animals. I mean, yes, I bought the baby hamster, but I wouldn't have done that had I not already been there for animal essentials. I had to buy more hamster food for Harry. I had to buy more pellet food for Remy. We bought more dog food, that kind of thing. That's what we were there for. And yes, the hamster was a spontaneous buy because lo and behold, we had 46 babies and I wanted a baby anyway. So I went ahead and did that. But you don't buy a dog spontaneously when they're over $1,000. That's not what you do. These people are going hoping to buy a dog, which is not essential buying. That's just how I feel about that. And I just think it's ridiculous that, you guys everybody's risking everybody's health because they want to go and buy animals. I don't understand. I don't understand. That's just my 2 cents on that. I mean, some people argued with me and said, well, a pet store is essential in the way of pet supplies. And okay, that's fine, but that can also be done curbside, not open to the public. There is online ordering and curbside we had online ordering and curbside pickup. That can all still happen without being open to the public. Being open to the public means they can go in and browse around and buy, be a serious inquiry and handle an animal and buy an animal, and that's not essential. That's not essential. If you are there for the essentials, order it online, have it delivered to the store, and go pick it up curbside. That's just my feeling on that. It's all because they want to make money. And the dogs, especially the dogs, are the big money makers. So, yeah. That's just my feeling on that. Just my feeling on that. Yeah, my coworker, she said, yeah, it was crazy yesterday. They sold the other dogs. We have 6 dogs left. She goes, it's crazy. I mean, she's going to be working all day Sunday, what I used to do. And she's only going to have 3 dogs to bathe. 3 dogs. That never happens. Usually I have 10 or more dogs to bathe when I'm there. She's going to have 3 dogs. She's going to be so bored out of her head because they're open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And she has to get there an hour beforehand. So 9 to 7 she's going to be there. What's she going to do for that long? Having 3 dogs to bathe. Yeah, she said she got a little emotional when one of the dogs got sold because we've had her a while, and I, could get a little emotional thinking about it because she was a really sweet dog, and we did have her for quite a long time. She ended up selling for $600, which is we don't really sell dogs ever that cheap. It's just that she was getting older and older and older, and such a sweet dog, but she was very, very energetic, and that turned a lot of people off. So she said, yeah, I got a little emotional for the Springer since she's been here for so long. And, I wish when I was there getting my essentials the other day, I wish I could have hugged her, but unless, they probably would have made an exception for me. But they had tape on the floor to keep people, stay behind this line, because people were before going right up to the cages and sticking their fingers in. And that's not what you're supposed to be doing. When we say don't touch the cages, we were saying don't touch the cages, and people were putting their fingers through the bars, not touching the cages, but touching the puppies. And it was like, oh my gosh. So now there's tape on the floor to keep them behind the tape. Oh, I need to rest. Don't work too hard, Mike. My son is on his way to pick up my tractor and bring it to the farm. All right. I'll get some rest and don't work too hard. Don't overdo it. No overdoing it. Overdoing it is not allowed. Yeah, that Springer was she was a Springer Spaniel. Really, really sweet dog. Very, very, very energetic. Like, it did turn a lot of people off. But we're like, for heaven's sake, she's a puppy and she's an energetic breed. She just needs a family who's going to have a large fenced-in yard or a lot of property like a farm or whatever that she could just tear around and get all her energy out. She can run around because she already knew how to play fetch and all of that. So usually when I was still working, I would sit back there in the kennel when I had some downtime. I would sit back there and throw a ball for her, and she would run the length of the kennel. She would go and get the ball and run back to me and give it to me, and I'd throw it and she'd run for it again. And I would do that like 20 times before she was starting to show any signs of being tired. She just needed a lot of time to get her energy out. And sitting in a kennel all day, when people weren't getting her out, to check her out and everything, she just needs that. She needs that. So apparently the family that got her has has a way for her to work out her energy and she'll be happy. So that does make me happy. I just wish I could have hugged her before she was gone. Yeah, it is. It is. People don't listen. We had so many signs. We had signs on the dog wall because most of the kennels are on the wall and they're behind like plexiglass or whatever, like windows. And we had signs all along the wall that said, do not touch the dog windows. Do not touch the dog windows. Do not, like, over and over and over again. And people would walk the wall touching the windows. And a couple of girls got really snotty because one of the salespeople said, excuse me, can you please not touch the windows? And we're asking that people don't touch the windows, and there are signs. And they're like, where? And he's like, first off, don't say where, say okay. Don't challenge the staff. But they were like, where? So he's like, right there, right there, right there. And then they got all pissy because they thought he was being rude, and maybe he sounded like he was being rude, but he was frustrated because people were just acting so stupid and self-centered because all these things that people are touching, we have to keep continuously sanitizing it. So, yeah, I was like, for heaven's sakes, like, they actually stormed out. They were, like, swearing, and, oh, he's so rude, and if staff's going to be rude, we're going to go, and fine, go. We don't want you in here anyway. It's supposed to be for essential buying only. And you're in here browsing. They had said they were just browsing. We're just looking. So, fine, go. But that's the thing. People just don't listen. And I'm wondering how many times now with the tape on the floor, how many times I have to say, can you please get behind the tape? Can you please get behind the tape? I can only bet you that it's numerous times a day that they have to say, get behind the tape. Yep. And she was a great dog. She was really sweet. She was really sweet. I loved her. She was very, very energetic, but she was very, very sweet. And after I played fetch with her about 50 million times in the back of the kennel, I could finally pick her up and she would sit with me without trying to lunge at my face in her excitement. Because she was always so excited it was hard to handle her. Well, once she played fetch for a while, then she was like, okay, I'm good now. I'll snuggle with you. She was a sweetheart.
Hi, what you doing there? Huh? Hi. Hey, Remy, come visit. Hi.
Where are you going? Hi. Remy's on my shoulder. I wish I could show. Hi. You woke up. He was sleeping a little bit. Yes. But that picture up on my screen there was a little bit earlier. That's where he was sleeping. But a little bit earlier, I was giving treats to Bella and I was giving treats to Remy, and the two of them were just staring up at me like, more? Can I have more? It was funny. I was like, I gotta get this picture of them both staring up at me waiting for treats. Right? Yes. She was having her dog cookies, you were having your little pieces of almonds. Yeah. Hope everybody's doing well. Me and Remy hanging out today, aren't we? Yes. Yes. My husband Uh-oh. What? Daddy's not home yet. He couldn't be. He was working, and then he was going to go to Walmart, pick up some things we were running out of, and get me another bin for my new hamster. I told him to get me the same bin that Harry is in. So I took a picture of it, and I measured it, and hopefully he comes home with the right bin, the appropriate. Even if it's a different bin, as long as it's the appropriate size, it's all good. It's got to be clear, and it's got to be big enough. I don't care if it's a different style, so long as it is big enough. I'm doing good. Doing good today. Hi, Rem. I'm getting kisses. Yes. Or a facial. He's nibbling on my face. Very, very lightly. It tickles. You're a good boy. Yes. What's a good boy? You want to count for everybody? Go 1, 2, 3. Nope. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. He's not going to do it. You're not going to do it? No. The Finch is talking. You're not talkative anymore? Normally he'll squeak when I count. 1, 2, 3. Nope. He has no interest right now. He just wants to nibble on my face. Yeah. You're just nibbling on my face. That's what you want to do, huh? That's all you want to do is nibble on my face? Yeah. What are you doing? What a funny boy. Yes. I gotta put you back in your cage so Brindley can come in the house. She's been out there for a while. Yep. She's been out there for a while. Can't have her in here when you're in here. I wish you guys could see this. I did order a webcam too. Figured I needed to get a webcam so that I could start having actual video live streams and not just picture live streams. Although then I'll have to make myself more presentable. Brush my hair. Put my face on. Stuff like that. Right? Yes. Gotta be presentable for the video. Yes. I miss my webcam. Yes, I do. Boy, you're just a nibbler today, huh? Nibble, nibble, nibble. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Uh-oh. What's going on? Why are we barking? Dogs barking outside, dogs barking inside. I ate a couple of granola bars for lunch and I'm still hungry. I might make some popcorn. Popcorn sounds good, doesn't it? Yum. Popcorn can be eaten for a meal or a snack. That's what I say. Yes. You'd probably like some popcorn. As long as it doesn't have any butter on it. Yes. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And I will talk with you guys later. Bye, everybody.